Hi, folks. I'm Anitra.
I'm John, and I had shoulder hemiarthroplasty or partial shoulder replacement a little over 8 months ago. And today we're going to be talking about
His recovery.
all that good stuff.
We've had a couple of people interested in how it's going after this length of time, so we figured some folks might appreciate this, and um, we're going to share some of John's exercises that he's doing at home. He's still going to physical therapy right now 2 times a week by choice.
Yeah, after 6 months, I asked Dr. Knudsen to extend it just so I could work on my internal rotation range. Um, that's the last thing to come back, that and the muscle on the arm. So I wanted to get as much range of motion as possible, utilizing Dale, who's a physical therapist, and physical therapy as much as possible before I stopped going there completely. She's able to manipulate my arm, unlike I can't do it on my own, so it really helps having somebody stretch you out and push you past your normal parameters that you would stop yourself at. It definitely smarts some, but it's worth it. The pain's worth it, and
Yeah, so we had the 6-month follow-up back in August. I think it was August 12th.
mm-hmm.
And Dr. Knudsen was super happy with John's progress. He actually took video to show another surgeon of John's range of motion, and was just smiling, ear to ear, with the progress he's made. And I think really it comes down to just how much work you put into your own recovery, right? I mean, following the protocol and then putting in the extra work at home. But what would you say has been the thing that's been, you know, that's put you to the point you're at right now?
uh, Going to physical therapy 3 times a week. First, you need to have a surgeon that knows what they're doing. I see shit shows at physical therapy all the time. Not all the time, but there's a percentage of people that go to doctors that just aren't as high quality or as caring, and they you can see that their range of motion and the way that they move themselves is not the best way to that the joint was repositioned, if that makes any sense.
It does make sense.
And I would definitely say you have to work, you have to want it. I For almost 10 years I could barely put my arm down to my side, for that internal rotation, and now I can get it a little bit past my pocket without assistance, but with a strap I can get it halfway up my back. It Again, it smarts. There's pain involved, but if you can breathe into it and allow your muscles to relax, you can feel yourself opening back up again. And I'm sure if you're in this position and you are going to get a shoulder surgery, your range of motion has been limited. There's no, obviously that's why you went. So I would say push yourself within the limits of what your physical therapist allows you to, and you will be happy with the outcome of it.
I think Dr. Knudsen told John that, well, we're going to see him again in what, February? January, February?
February, a year. We'll see in
A
February.
year. And so he still has more progress to be had, right? I mean, he said,
That's what he said. It doesn't. You're not fully healed from any major surgery for at least a year, and the muscle's the last thing to come back, he said, in that internal range of motion. So if you just go to physical therapy and then you stop in 6 months, you're kind of stunting your growth. And again, you need to put yourself and this super expensive surgery, not that that's your motivating factor, but you do have to look at all parameters of it and what you want to get out of it. If you want to try to get your best range of motion, you need to really work at it and keep that in the forefront. It's easy. We all have very busy lives, and do I want to go to physical therapy all the time? No, I don't. But when I leave, I know that I put the work in, and I'm trusting the process. It's not something that you're going to see huge leaps and bounds, but if you take it and break it down day over day, you will see your range of motion get better, your physicality, your musculature, all of that will get better over time. You just need to keep your eye on the ball.
So how many hours are you putting in a week working on your shoulder?
2, 4, 6, probably eight solid hours a week, working on it. 2 hours a week at physical therapy. I just went down to 2 times a week. I was going 3 times a week. I went down to 2 times a week just to see if I would be able to keep progressing forward on my own for the next month. So that's 6 hours. And then on the other days, I put in about an hour each day. So about 8 hours a week, just trying to make that shoulder stronger and more flexible.
And where would you say you're at, like percentage wise, for range of motion, for being able to do everything you want to do?
I would say I'm probably at 70%, 75%. I would like to be able to put my arm behind my back without assistance and touch the back of my left shoulder blade. It was my right arm I had the surgery on. Right now I can't do that, but everything is so tight and it's taking time. I can feel that as I breathe into it and I do pull on it with a strap. I can feel it start to relax and allow it to move up more. My strength isn't where I would like it to be. I had a little bit of a setback with some neck issues, so I wasn't even able to hold myself up in a plank for push-up without collapsing. So I had to rebuild all the strength I had built in that 6 months. So it's hard to tell if you had just gone straight through, would it be... I was feeling very strong before I had the issue with my neck. So I'm starting to feel like I'm moving back into that trajectory. So hopefully everything within a year will be 90% of where, and that's where Dr. Knudsen said I would probably end up 95% range of motion and strength. So that's what I'm hoping for, and I'm going to keep working on it. So we'll see. You just, again, I'm just trusting the process and going from there.
So you were able to go surfing recently?
Yeah.
Monumentous first day out. Anything to say before you go?
See what happens.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to call it surfing, I was able to slump about in the ocean, but I didn't think I was going to get past the breakers, but I was happy. I was having a hard time getting that full arch I just haven't used those muscles in a long time, so I'm working on that in physical therapy also. But the shoulder felt very smooth as I was paddling out, which was very nice.
Compared to what was it like before?
Oh, I had, instead of a straight paddle, my arm would go up and around, so I would, on the board would tip every time I paddled out. So instead of it planing straight, which it can now, it was going up on an angle. I mean, not as drastic as that, but it wasn't kind of like in a straight line. So yeah, I'm very happy with that. It's gonna take a while. I forgot how you have to be in fairly decent shape to get out there. I was tuckered. It was interesting. It was like I had never even surfed before, and the waves were small. I mean, there was some chest highs that came through, but they were all chest head high, but they were all basically stomach high waves. Wasn't the greatest wave day, but it was nice to be out in the salt water, and it felt really nice to paddle away from terra firma and just to be floating for a while.
Okay, so worst part of the recovery process.
It's long. It's long. It's a long process, and it's not the worst thing. You just have to let it happen. Again, I keep saying that, but the process has to happen. The pain can be can work you a little bit mentally, but it's not as bad as it was before the surgery. So if you think you're going to get the surgery and you're not going to have any pain, you're barking up the wrong tree. You're definitely going to have pain, a different type of pain.
What
But
do you mean, for life or just
no,
during the
not
recovery?
for life. During
Okay.
the recovery, yeah.
So you'd say the pain of the recovery is worse than the pain of just your shoulder
Oh,
before?
I don't know what everybody's gone through and their
No, you.
issues. Oh, me
Yeah.
specifically? Um, Sometimes it's more constant pain after I've worked it out. Um, I had gotten so used to using my accessory muscles that the pain wasn't too bad sometimes, but then other times I couldn't even lift my arm straight. Like if I went surfing and I was out there for an hour and a half, I would have to move my arm with my other hand. And now that's not the case. It's actually so much more fluid than my left shoulder. My left shoulder I thought was really fluid, but now even paddling out into the waves, it was just, yeah, you can tell it's new. It's new hardware. It's like putting on a new doorknob that actually works after having a door that just doesn't close. So
Okay, so what's the best part right now?
probably that, having the range of motion that I didn't have, and feeling that freedom in my shoulder that I haven't had for over a decade. So it was nice. It's a nice thing.
What about as the words of wisdom for anyone out there who's currently going through this or thinking about doing it?
I would say definitely do it.
With a good surgeon.
With a good surgeon. I mean, your inner bitch is gonna bark at you sometimes, but like I like to say, you got to suck it up, Buttercup, and you'll. It's so worth it. It depending upon the circumstances that you're in. For the circumstances that I was in, it's so worth it, and I'm so happy that I got it done. There was a lot of trepidation beforehand, but the range of motion, and it's I'm able to use my shoulder again, not completely because I'm working towards that, but I'm able to use my shoulder way more functionally than I was before. So
Awesome.
go for it.
How you digging your new seat, dude, huh? Yeah, you give a little wag for that? What do you think? You want to go to the beach? You want to go in the sand? You want to dig around? You want to be a banana hen? A banana hen?
Ooh, I forgot.
Did you? Do you need help?
No, I'm good. I forgot how tight they are. No, it's good. I just forgot how tight it was.
Has nothing to do with you.
Shut your pie hole. I need some power steering fluid.
Your feet.
Just how long it's, how hard it is to.
His first wipeout. Look at you knock this over. What are you doing? You found him. You found him. Yeah. Well,
Forgot how good a shape you got to be in to paddle out. Kicked my ass.
you did
Stood up on two. So when
Yeah.
you were gone, I got another one. Longest ride, but
that I
not
missed.
that long. Yeah. Yeah, it feels good. It feels really good to be in the waters.
Let's see. Can you wave to everybody like that? See,
Yeah.
arm goes out. All right.
Cool.
You want to tell everybody to like and subscribe, and if they have any questions, you're happy to answer them.
I could, but she just did.
Yeah. It's better coming from you,
No,
guys.
it's awesome. She just did it.
All right, whatever. Bye, everybody.
You and me together